A Buddhist asked, "In the past, Prince Siddhartha Gautama practiced meditation and attained Buddhahood. Why is it that many people also practice meditation nowadays, but no one becomes a Buddha?" As we know, the Buddha appeared in this world over 2,500 years ago. He was born in Kapilavastu, renounced worldly life to become a monk, and attained enlightenment after meditating under the Bodhi tree. At the Deer Park, also called Sarnath, he turned the Dharma wheel to guide all beings. Finally, he entered nirvana beneath the grove of Sharai Robusta trees. All that we can see today is the stage when Prince Siddhartha meditated and became the Buddha. However, in the wondrous Dharma Lotus Sutra, the Buddha said that he had been practicing the Bodhisattva path for 3 kalpas. He practiced constantly in this way until the good seeds were ripe. The fruit he reaped was sweet. This was Buddhahood. So, this is just one of his manifestations. As stated in the chapter, The Lifespan of the Tathagata in the Lotus Sutra, he became the enlightened one through countless lifetimes. Through this manifestation, he showed that he cultivated steadily and with discipline over 3 kalpas to attain Buddhahood. 1 kalpa is indeed very long. In Buddhism, the term kalpa is transliterated from Sanskrit. In the Buddhist Sutra, a kalpa does not mean a single lifetime. A kalpa is different from 1 lifetime. In the sutras, the Buddha used an example to illustrate the duration of a kalpa. Imagine there is a rock that is as big as a mature male buffalo. Once every 100 years, a bird flies down, lands on that rock, rubs its beak back and forth, and then flies away. In some scriptures, it is written that this occurs once every 1,000 years, while in others, it is written that it happens once every 100 years. It depends on the discourse and the place where the Buddha taught. I chose the smaller number as an example. It is 100. The bird flies down, lands on that rock, rubs its beak back and forth, then flies away. Every 100 years, the bird flies away and returns, rubbing its beak back and forth until the rock is worn completely away. It is calculated as 1 kalpa in Buddhism. The Shakyamuni Buddha even spent 3 kalpas practicing, which corresponds to the bird rubbing 3 rocks like this. From the moment of arousing the Bodhi mind until attaining Buddhahood in Madhya, he had to undergo such an immeasurably long time. It spans 3 kalpas. The lifetime during which Prince Siddhartha Gautama appeared in this world, over 2,500 years ago, was the final lifetime of his manifested appearance. In this Jambudvipa realm, the prince was merely a manifestation of the Buddha. His Dharma body, according to the wondrous Dharma Lotus Sutra, attained Buddhahood immeasurable kalpas ago, and the prince was one of his manifestations. To teach and save all beings. So, in the sutras, we can see the name, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, of 100,000 manifestations, the original teacher. In the 3 heaven realms and the fantastic realms of the world, the Buddha has manifested, is manifesting, and will continue to manifest in countless ways to guide and liberate all beings. That's the reason for the Buddhist's question. Why did Prince Siddhartha Gautama sit in meditation and become the Buddha? Nowadays, many people also practice sitting meditation, but no one can become a Buddha. In the sutra, the Buddha explained the meaning of the word Buddha. Buddha is transliterated from Sanskrit. In Chinese, Buddha means Bodhi. The enlightened one, which refers to awakening, enlightenment, or the enlightened one. How can one be called enlightened one when one has 3 elements sufficiently and perfectly? First is self-enlightenment. Second is to enlighten others. And third is perfect virtue enlightenment. Self-enlightenment is similar to the 4 degrees of Hinayana saintliness. They are self-cultivation, self-enlightenment, and entering nirvana. That is called self-enlightenment. About the bodhisattvas, they not only enlighten themselves, but also enlighten all beings. Great examples are bodhisattvas, such as Avalokitesvara, Mahastamaprapta, Siddhigarbha, Manjushri, Samantabhadra, and so on. They not only enlightened themselves, but also brought the truth that they had learned and achieved to guide all beings, lifetime by lifetime, kalpa by kalpa. Doing so is called others' enlightenment, until their merit becomes absolutely perfect. They attain Buddhahood. This is called perfect enlightenment. That's why the 4 degrees of saintliness consist of Sotapanna, Sakradagaman, Anagaman, and Arhat, or Pratyeka Buddha in Hinayana. They walk on the way of self-enlightenment. Those who practice the Bodhisattva's path, likely the great Bodhisattvas, such as the great Bodhisattvas above, such as Avalokitesvara, Mahastamaprapta, Manjushri, Samantabhadra. They walk the path of enlightening others. They gradually help all beings attain enlightenment through their own achievements, through immeasurable lifetimes, some kalpas or countless kalpas that depend on their great vows. Likewise, in the Sutra of the Original Vows of Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva vows that he won't attain the stage of Buddhahood until he has saved and guided all beings, and he will not become a Buddha until every being has been released from the realm of hell. He will practice the Bodhisattva path, make such a great vow. His vow is such a great and lofty one. He made such a hard vow and practiced such difficult ideals. Not every great Bodhisattva could do what he did. Not every past Buddha made a great vow as he did. Not every future Buddha will make such a great vow as his. Not every present Buddha in all 10 directions of the world makes a great vow like his. That is a difficult great vow. That's why the Buddhas of the 3 times in 10 directions praise Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva in this way. Therefore, you can see that not only those who practice the meditation method, but also those who cultivate other methods. In Buddhism, there is no one who becomes a Buddha. Why? Because 2 Buddhas cannot appear at the same time in one world. It is like how one world needs only one sun. It is bright and warm enough for all beings in Jambudvipa to exist. If there were 2 suns, what would happen? Entire trees, grasses, rivers, streams, and seas would be dry, and human and sentient beings would die. Thus, the Buddha taught that this is the universal principle of all Buddhas to attain enlightenment, walk the path, and guide beings. In one world, it cannot happen that 2 Buddhas. Only when the teachings of the previous Buddha no longer exist in this world, and everyone forgets all about them, will another Buddha appear in the world. The period during which the Buddha became the enlightened one and turned the Dharma wheel is called the perfect age of the Dharma. Why is this period called the perfect age of the Dharma? Because many people who encounter and practice Buddha's teachings attain enlightenment and liberation. The next stage is the Dharma semblance age. In this stage, many people practice, but it is rare to attain sainthood. Most practitioners primarily cultivate blessings, such as building pagodas, creating statues, or casting bells, to foster a good affinity with Buddhism and the 3 jewels. By doing so, one will be reborn in the human realm, the heavenly realm. Even thanks to these blessings, one can be reborn in the Buddha's land while still carrying their karma. But one is still not liberated. When being reborn in the Buddha's land, one can rely on the Buddha's power to cultivate, attain the fruit of an arhat, and be liberated in that land. This is called cultivating to make wholesome affinity. In this stage, most monastics focus on building the large pagoda, teaching Dharma to get many Buddhists, and so on. It is just a means to make good affinity, to dedicate merits to the pure land, or be reborn in the good land while still carrying their karma, or be born in the heaven realm or in the human realm. But one cannot become a Buddha, an Arhat, or a Bodhisattva from the seventh ground Bodhisattva upward, and so on, because human beings cannot attain Buddhahood in a single lifetime. As stated in the sutras, the Buddha said that one needs both blessings and wisdom. When both are sufficient and perfect, one is called a Buddha. And in the sutras, the Buddha also said the Buddha must fulfill 10 names, such as Tathagata, Arhat, Samyak Sambuddha, Vidyakarana Sampanna, Sugata Lokavid, Anuttara, Pirusadamya Sarati, Sasta Deva Manusyanam, Buddha Bhagavat. Because this Dharma talk doesn't have enough time for me to teach deeply about the 10 names. 1 month is not long enough to explain about these 10 names. Their meanings are so profound and wondrous that even if I were to explain them over 1 year, 10 years, 100 years, or many lifetimes to come, I still wouldn't be able to finish because the Dharma talk's time is running out. I cannot explain everything. Turning to the question of a Buddhist. Why do many people who practice meditation fail to become Buddhas? Firstly, according to the Buddha's teachings, 2 Buddhas never appear at the same time. When Buddhas or Bodhisattvas manifest in this world to guide beings, they often take the form of monks. For example, Amitabha Buddha came into this world to teach and propagate the Pure Land method so that more and more people could encounter Buddhism. He disguised himself as a monk. The 6th patriarch of the Pure Land school in China. He was Great Master Yongming Yanshu, a manifestation of Amitabha Buddha. At the same time, there was a manifestation of Dipankara Buddha, a past Buddha. His manifestation is a Zen master. His Dharma name was Venerable Master Xing Shu, and his significant feature was a couple of long ears. His ears were so long that they could touch his shoulders. So people also call him a long-ear monk. One day, the king of this region, I don't recall the name of this king. You can look up the history book. This story is so distant in the past that I cannot recall it immediately because my memory is limited. It is not like the wisdom of Venerable Ananda, Manjushri Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, or Katigarbha Bodhisattva. You should search for and read the historical story of the 6th patriarch. Great Master Yongmin Yanshu. One day, the king went to visit Great Master Yongmin Yanshu to pay his respect and give offerings. After all, the king happily asked the Great Venerable that I honestly respect your virtue. I also want to make good affinities with other great venerables who have great virtue. Could you let me know another one like that? The Great Master told the king about the monk with long ears, whose Dharma name is Venerable Master Xing Shu. Great Master Yongming Yanshu said, Venerable Master Xing Shu isn't an ordinary person. He is Dipankara Buddha, a past Buddha, who manifests here to save all beings. After hearing that, the king and his servants quickly went to visit Venerable Master Xing Shu. When the king met Venerable Master Xing Shu, he bowed and said, Namo Dipankara Buddha. That means showing respect to, turning toward, and taking refuge in Dipankara Buddha. Therefore, the Venerable Master Xing Shu asked the king why he had called him that name. The king told Venerable Master Xing Shu, I just visited and paid my respects to Great Master Yongmin Yanshu at that pagoda a few days ago. I asked him to show me other great venerables so that I could offer them my respects and follow them to learn. He introduced you to me. He said that you are a manifestation of Dipankara Buddha. Venerable Master Xing Shu said, he, meaning Great Master Yongming Yanshu, is so talkative. Then he said to the king, "Now I don't hide you anymore. Great Master Yongming Yanshu is not an ordinary monk. He is a manifestation of Amitabha Buddha. You should quickly return to pay respects and be close to him." After saying that, Venerable Master Xing Shu sat in front of the main hall to pass away. When the identity is revealed, one immediately goes away. That one is the true manifestation of the Buddhas or Bodhisattvas. Nowadays, we see some people call themselves Buddha or Bodhisattva, but they still stay in this life to receive the offerings that others give and to receive the praise of people. It is not the true Buddha. It is the Mara who disguises the Buddha to pursue fame and benefit. To the true Buddhas, who manifest their body in this world, if their identities are revealed, they immediately enter nirvana, just like Venerable Master Xing Shu. Venerable Master Xing Shu was a manifestation of Dipankara Buddha. When Great Master Yongming Yanshu revealed his identification, he entered nirvana immediately. Before entering nirvana, he said that Great Master Yongming Yanshu is a manifestation of Amitabha Buddha. After the tea offering ritual for Venerable Master Xing Shu, the king returned quickly to the pagoda where Great Master Yongming Yanshu lived. Before the king knew that he was a venerable monk, he knew the truth that he was a manifestation of Amitabha Buddha. The king wanted to pay respects to Amitabha Buddha. However, when the king returned to the pagoda's gate, he saw many monks and lay people going to the mountain. It turned out that Great Master Yongming Yanshu had entered nirvana a few hours earlier. It means that Great Master Yongming Yanshu did not wait for the king to pay his respects twice. When his identity is revealed, he immediately enters nirvana. Except for Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Arhats, who want to be reborn in this world, instead of entering nirvana, they have to show that they still want to appear in this world. For example, Venerable Te Kong, who is a manifestation of dragon-subduing Arhat, is one of the great Arhats. You see, he sometimes used strange spiritual power to guide all beings. He showed himself like that, so why did he not enter nirvana? As we see, he pretends to be crazy. A crazy monk is not crazy. We now see not crazy, but crazy. That's hurt. Why is that? We should contemplate it deeply to gain a gradual understanding of it. Regarding this question of Buddhism, I think you should practice with a single mind